Excuse me, can I ask a question?
Yes.
This stuff.
It is, here, it treats strokes, seizures, it can be used for anything but COPD.
Also,
Here.
sleeping each at night.
Yes, but for children, it's not recommended more than 2 hours at a time.
But so the basketball players, football players.
Is this for me?
As a routine sleep.
It can treat depression, any type of autism disorder. It's used for treatment for AIDS, asthma, allergy, Alzheimer's, rheumatoid arthritis, attention deficit, those palsy, brain injury, and in Florida they use this treatment with a teenage boy that had a heart accident. And he was had an optic brain injury. A year later, he's able to walk and talk and go on to school. But you're going to have this is the list of all the treatments that are eligible for private area.
This treatment you're going to get, is it cost you or is it a?
Okay. The normal cost if I go to Ohio or Florida is $2,500 a treatment, which is an hour and a half. The lady that's doing this in Bentley, both of her children are autistic, and she and her husband are both doctors. So they purchase chambers themselves, what they use, and they charge the families $20 an hour for the treatment. And they do it just because they know what it's for. And what we're hoping is the parents that can't travel or don't have the funds to travel that far, she's coming up here and we have a chamber to provide the same treatment at $20 an hour.
There's a man in St. Albans, Murphy, Dr. Murphy, who has one of this.
But he doesn't for wind and stroke, they won't use autism.
Okay.
I called every place and we were looking at one Columbus until I found
And, you know, this thing, I think you all reach your 30,000. I really believe that. I believe there's enough kind hearts in Lincoln County to make that happen. I think that the school system will certainly step up and give money to help with this.
They're trying to bring resources in. They have ABA now that they can offer us.
So I think it will happen. We'll help every way we can.
I appreciate everybody's help. Thank you very, very much.
They've got that paper around signed. When is your walk?
It's October the 3rd. We're going to start registration at 11:30, and the walk will start at 12:30, so everybody has time to go get back from church. The doctor that is treating Jason will actually be there for anybody who wants to bring their children to be evaluated. She's not going to charge anything, and that's how she's going to determine how many days a month she's going to be here. But right now, she's going to give one. If there's enough parents that come out and have their kids evaluated, she'll give more than that. She's very, very kind-hearted. And she knows what we all go through because she has 2 children that are autistic. And she has to go through this too.
All right. Thank you.
And the next thing on the agenda is Ronnie Limple.
I have 3 questions I'd like to ask the commissioners. I'm requesting under the freedom of information that the following place of discussion and the details recording to concerning Dr. Vance. How many county commissioners meetings are held each year, and during that year, how many meetings did Commissioner Vance attend? That's the first one. The second one is, how many mandatory and service training classes has Commissioner Vance attended? How many has he missed? And how many years has he served without getting the mandatory training? And the The third one is, was Commissioner Vance placed on the Board of Directors for the Hatfield McCoy Trail? And if so, how many meetings has he attended? That's all I have.
Okay, we will see what we can do. I don't know.
Could you have that available next meeting?
I'm not sure, but we'll work at it, see
We'll
what
work
we,
at it.
whatever we come up with.
Next thing on the agenda is Lisa Ramey.
Welcome, Lisa.
Hello. I am appearing before the County Commission tonight on behalf of hundreds of concerned citizens in Lincoln County. Although the 2010 primary election provides many examples of abuse of the electoral process, I will be brief and summarize the thoughts and concerns of many Lincoln Countyans. Should you wish me to elaborate further when I have concluded, please do not hesitate to ask me any questions you may have. To begin with, we have two major areas of concern. One is the residency issue involving Dr. Vance, and the other is the handling of absentee ballots in the primary. Briefly, an affidavit on file shows that Mr. McCann acknowledges that he became aware that Dr. Vance might live in Duval District as early as October 2009. When candidates filed for County Commission in January 2010, County Clerk Donald Whitten notified his own daughter by letter that she was unable to run for County Commission because she resided in the Duval District.
Let me just stop a minute. I mean, all this stuff is already part of a court record. It's been heard. Now, if you've got something to go from
I do.
forward, I want to hear about it. I don't want to hear this other stuff. I'm not want to hear.
Well, a lot of the people, they have not heard all of it, Mr.
Well,
McCann.
then we're not
So
going to
this
hear
is-
your seat in that. We're not going to do that.
So are you telling me I'm not allowed to speak?
You're not going to talk about what I've just said.
Well, I'm just going, these are my 2
If you
points.
got something to move forward and talk about Lincoln County, what can be good, I want to hear.
Well, you're the county commissioners and I have questions. So this
I
is,
haven't heard any yet.
well, I was getting to it
Well-
and I was interrupted.
Well, you maybe again, if you can't conduct yourself in a way that is proper and going back in this history of election stuff,
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to tolerate any of that.
Well,
You make your choice.
that's the process of getting to the point.
Well,
So,
then you better get to the point.
okay. Well, getting to the point was what the question was going to be about, because Mr. Whitten's daughter's name wasn't on the ballot, but Phoebe Harless was a candidate, and the county commissioners and the county clerk certified to the voters of Lincoln County that Mrs. Harless was an eligible candidate for county commission. And then, however, after the election,
Wait a minute.
the
That is-
candidate wasn't.
That's an assertion. That's not a truth. That's an assertion that you're making.
That was in the paper. That
No.
that was reported in the paper.
Now, Lisa,
So, okay, well, I'll get to my point.
well,
I'll get to my
well,
point.
I don't want to get into rehashing the election and who did what.
Okay,
Anyone that is a registered voter has the
Uh-huh.
right to file for office.
yes.
Nobody really is certifying those people. They're filing, it's their responsibility to determine if they're eligible.
But if one person gets a letter in the same
Well,
district
that's-
and another one doesn't, that's
That may
unfair.
not be fair.